Welcome to Giant Book Girl. It's Amanda. First off, I apologize for the humming in the background. That is the air conditioner in my trailer. And yeah, it's a little bit rumbly, so I apologize for that. I will try and talk a little bit louder so that you can hear me over the rumbling AC. I just wanted to get on and kind of explain a little bit how I'm going to be doing my Camp Summerween Reads and the books that I'm going to be reading for this month-long reading challenge that I'm going to be participating in and that I have invited all of you to participate in. And so kind of what I have done is, instead of doing, a jar with, names of books that I pull out or prompts or something like that, which is what I normally do at the beginning of a month, instead what I did is I curated a list of books that are kind of on theme for Summerween, slashers, horror books, books that are set in camps, summer camps, very much those kind of tropey, genre-y, very reminiscent of the, kind of 80s horror slasher films. If you think, Freddy and Jason and, Michael Myers, those kind of real classic type horror movies set at camp. And so like Friday the 13th would be like a perfect example of that. So those are the vibes that I was going for in like book form. So I put together a list of around 30 books. I probably won't get to all of them, but I tried to do as many as I could. And then what I'm going to do is I gave that list to Gertrude, which is my name for Gemini. And I told it to randomly select a list of 3 of those books that I can choose from as the book that I'm going to read or read next or whatever. So as opposed to me pulling from a TBR jar, I'm basically using AI to randomly select a few of those books on my list that then, according to my mood and kind of what I'm feeling as far as vibes are concerned, I can kind of pick and choose from those 3 books that it randomly generates for me. I can also tell AI, for example, I am going to be in the woods for the next couple of days. It's going to be, very campy, I feel like I'm at camp. And so please give me 3 choices that are, slashers in a camp setting, or a summer camp by the lake, or something like that. And so then it randomly generated 3 books out of my list that were summer camps that were, by the lake or something of that nature. So the books that I got for my first random generation that I will be starting tomorrow are The Summer Fun Massacre by Craig DeLuey, How to Survive Camping, The Lady in Chains, and Heads Will Roll by Josh Winning. So those were my 3 randomly generated books from AI. And I think the one that I am going to choose as my first read for Camp Summerween is Heads Will Roll by Josh Winning. So Willow's worst nightmare was being canceled, but the shadows in the woods of Camp Castaway might destroy more than her reputation. After sitcom star Willow tweets herself into infamy and stumbles blind drunk into a swimming pool, her agent ships her off to Camp Castaway. So I feel like this is giving like summer camp 80s vibes, but it's very much modern. Like we have tweets, social media, sitcom stars. Like this is very much kind of a modern horror story, but it's giving me like camping, summer camp in the 80s or 90s type vibes. Willow's fellow campers seem okay. Her own favorite actress is even here making a s'more. And did that jaded writer Danny just wink at her? But the peaceful vibe is shattered when one of the campers vanishes and Willow finds a mutilated doll's head in her room with a threatening message rolled up inside. Terror grips the group, campers begin to lose their heads, literally, and disturbing past deeds come to light. Is Willow about to get canceled all over again? This time for good? Okay, so this one is definitely a camp setting, but it sounds like we've got some definitely maybe some snobby social media influencers, maybe some actresses, actors, that type of thing. So I'm excited for this one. I am going to be doing a reading vlog for this, so stay tuned for that. I also have a very fun chilling stories around the campfire that I am going to be doing for y'all. I've got some fun drinks that I'm going to be making. I've got treats I'm going to be making. I mean, this is going to be such a fun time. So do not miss it. Sign up for the Camp Summerween Reading Challenge over on Storygraph and come and join me at Camp Summerween because it is going to be so much fun. Until then, happy reading. See you. I guess I'll see you tomorrow for my first reading vlog. Bye.